Right. Welcome back to the Rankin podcast or the Rankin experience. To bring you up to speed, I'm still looking for permission for the collegiate tournament. I'm still going to work on to that. I just want to reflect uh, on mysterious events that took place. So, looking here, round of 16, uh, the Canadians deserves to get packing. The way they beat South Africa wasn't really, it wasn't convincing. The Moroccans showed us how it's done. So with that 3-0, it was brilliant. Okay, look, I can't do this. My fellow viewers, is it just me or is this World Cup a farce? I am deeply disappointed with what has been happening. We've been dealing with a lot of things that really and truly just annoy me. I am annoyed on various aspects. I've really tried to talk about this tournament, to actually discuss it, and us as a community, how we get to see it. I mean, yes, there's some of the matches which were brilliant, and we got to see some people being ousted because they were not good enough. We got to see careers being ended because of their team and how their teams didn't actually um, they didn't stack up. They just didn't give what they were supposed to be giving. They annoyed me. Brazil being one of them. Brazil was ridiculous. Then we had France winning, and even then that wasn't a clean match. It was very dirty, man. I was really disappointed in Paraguay. Why would you go through that whole situation of playing so well against the Germans, winning in penalties, to go and have your work undone by you playing dirty against Kylian Mbappe and company? And the more I watch this tournament is the more I'm actually rooting for France. Now, if you go to my past videos that I've made, which was a couple of weeks ago, I've always put France at the front of the list because of their depth, their squad, their discipline, and everything that they bring forward makes them one of the most phenomenal teams to actually watch. I've been having conversations with some people. The Brazil and Denmark one, Brazil and Norway. My apologies, not Denmark. Denmark didn't even make it. We need to start respecting nations, especially when we look at where the bulk of that nation comes from. Like when I look at Norway beating Brazil 2-1, the bulk of this team, this team, Norway, if I'm not mistaken, the bulk of this team actually plays for Bodø Glimt, a very brilliant team, may I add. To beat them 2-1, Haaland announcing himself, he's sitting on 7 goals. It's phenomenal for him. Puts him at number 3. But my issue is in this tournament, there's been a lot of things where it is rather inconsistent. Now let's go back. When we're looking at England and Mexico, very tight game. England managed to win that game only having 10 men and playing against a very hostile Mexican crowd. They were able to do the job. They were able to fulfill everything, and the score was 3-2. Thomas Tuchel has earned his flowers. Then it was the Portugal and Spain match. The end of Ronaldo, unless he decides to change positions, which I seriously doubt he's not going to do. I mean, damn. Spain going in and creeping in and getting it in the dying minutes with Moreno. I watched that game. It was well balanced, but again, the problem came in when they lost Mendes. Portugal lost Mendes. Everything went wrong. There's a lot of things that we're bound to see. Everything is going down to the wire. We're always looking to see who's going to be the best of the best. More often than not, one of the other frustrating things, before we get to all the others, is this fixture. It was frustrating in a sense of a player was suspended, got a red card. Trump decides to open his mouth and talk to Infantino. No, he's going to go and play. Play what? There's a lot of things here. There's been people who are given red cards for far less. My question is now, with what has happened, is there going to be a precedence now? Can you argue these red cards at the disciplinary board? They gave a solid red card. But nonetheless, I'd like to say thank you to Belgium for saving the world of football. We are happy that you thrashed the US 4-1 and you ejected them out of their party. Thank goodness. There's no host nations left, so we can breathe. But the most contentious issue, most recently, in the space of, we say, 24 hours, is this fixture of Argentina and Egypt. Now, to everybody who's sitting here and has managed to watch this game, I managed to watch it. It just proves maybe there's, okay, I say allegedly, maybe is a strong term. Allegedly, there could be some very disturbing figures in the background that are doing unscrupulous things to make sure that particular individuals manage to pass to particular phases within this World Cup. The Egyptians losing, stating that this game was rigged. I find that to be a statement we would call a pot kettle black. Before I recorded this video, I was watching a TikTok of a gentleman. I don't know his name, but he pointed out that why is everybody feeling very sad for the Egyptians when the Egyptians do this a lot when it comes to CAF? There's been a lot of match manipulation. There's been a lot of things that they've been doing it. There've been evidence of it happening. It has been brought forward. People have reported it, but nothing was done. Now we're looking at this, which is post 24 hours of what has happened. And rightfully so, with the Egyptians getting knocked out. Don't get me wrong. They played very well. Their football was brilliant. They were leading 2-0. Their problem was they made substitutions they were not supposed to make. They were supposed to put their foot down, keep your foot on the gas, score more goals, pressurize Argentina. The problem is, for those of you who know football, in the world of football, the score 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 is one of the most dangerous score lines. Because if you do not, I repeat, if you do not ride your momentum, you will be punished for it. I mean, let's look at this game in full view. The first thing that happened was number one, the Egyptians scored in the 15th minute. Yes, there was a goal that they scored, which was disallowed. It would have been the second one. But if we're being blunt about it, it was a foul for the Argentinians. Now, everybody's going to argue and say, but hang on. When the Argentinians scored with Romero and Messi, then we have Fernandes scoring the winner. Why wasn't Fernandes's goal chalked off? Why was it not disallowed? And the answer to the question is, if you look at the stills, if you look at the videos, Salah had already lost control of the ball. But for me, I feel there's a lot of hypocrisy that's coming from the Egyptians because they've been doing a lot of cheating. We don't even have to go far. Please go back as far as AFCON 2025 when South Africa played against Egypt. We all know what happened in that game. Go and rewatch it. Same thing with the referees. Everything is going wrong. But I am not happy with this tournament. I'm happy with some of the predictions, but this tournament is going to be memorable for all the wrong reasons. This tournament is just memorable for despicable decisions. It's going to be memorable for what seems to be some rigging. It's going to be memorable for the fact that everybody is going to hate Messi now more than ever, as he's sitting on a tally of 21 goals. He is 2 ahead of Mbappe. So Mbappe is sitting on 19. I would just like Mbappe to score one more for my prediction to be true, because I had predicted that Kylian Mbappe was going to reach a goal tally of 20 goals, and he's going to do it in a shorter time. Messi had to do it in, if we look at it in retrospect, Messi had to do it in 6 tournaments. Mbappe is doing it in 3. So he's a prolific goal scorer. The tally now sits on 877. So that means at this stage, Messi is equal to R9 when R9 scored in 2002. Right. So where to from here? What predictions am I going to give? Right. Let's look at the quarterfinals. Tomorrow is going to be France and Morocco. Okay. Now, the Moroccans have had a habit of playing very enterprising football. They are on a very, very, very strong streak. They're playing this in Foxborough. When I look at the squad, France. Okay, their back four is fine. Kone in the middle is a good addition. He's been doing very well, but we have to make sure that our people can come in and do the job. Rabiot, I think we must start giving flowers to Rabiot, because Rabiot was playing very well in this tournament. He's been doing very well. Olise, he's the lead assist maker with 5. So we are looking at something very interesting here. Okay, there is no there's some players that are out. So Chouameni is out. Saibari is out. The form is in the favor of France, so I would like to say France will win this game, either with a 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1 scoreline. This is where I would like to say that Morocco is going to bow out. But then again, with this World Cup, you could eat your words. You have to be very careful. Now, when we look at the path of how they got here, it is quite an interesting path. This was been the Moroccan path to get to there, and the French path to get here. But I won't lie, I would have rather wanted to see a Germany and France round of 16 fixture. That would have been good. But Paraguay, let's take, okay, well, because of their ambassador, not the ambassador, but their senator saying something so gross, it is difficult to take them seriously from here on out. So, Spain and Belgium, it is going to be a head-to-head fixture. It is going to be very strong. We are going to look at we're going to be looking at something that is going to be very, very tight. The Spanish have not conceded a goal in this tournament, so if they are to go through, they have to keep it very, very clean. They have to be very, very good. And yeah, it's promising. The benches are equally as great. Williams is still out with an injury. Onana has an ACL. He's not returning for a long time. So Lukaku has become a super sub. Jeremy Doku has been benched. Kevin De Bruyne, we need to see. They still have an Arsenal on the bench when you look at Belgium. So Del Fuente as well, he's going to be a strategist, and I love how he timed these substitutions. His substitutions were proper, they were crisp, and they got the job done. So Onana is not going to be there, as we know. Tielemans was pulling a shift, Trossard as well. So it is going to be a it's going to be a very good match. I see anything between 2-1 or 3-2 to Spain. Then there is this fixture. It is England and Norway. And they're playing it in Miami. Okay. My thing is, there must just not be a tropical storm that happens in Miami. But I will say this Norway team is very enterprising and very dangerous. He is out. So who's gonna go on the right hand side? It's possible that Spence is going to be put there. Reece James, we are wondering. I think he's still injured. They're still loaded. He decided to be stupid and injure himself. There's still Rogers, there's still Tony, Rashford, Madueke. Yeah, wrist injury. Henderson is out. But also when we look at this side, if I'm Tuchel, Mark Gay is not strong enough to mark Haaland, man. It's going to be someone who's played with him for so long. So I think John Stones must get a run and just be given the designation of marking Haaland. And he has to make sure that every single time Haaland is on the ball, he takes it away from him. England could win this game 2-1. But if there's one thing I've learned, never count your chickens before they hatch. And then the Argentina game, I'm not going to watch. It is just Argentina is not convincing me. Knowing the Swiss, are they gonna go for a draw? I think they're gonna go for a draw and take it to penalties. So if Argentina is to be eliminated, it'll be through penalties. Or if they were to win this, it's straight up. But we need to see who the match officials are. Which reminds me, apparently there's a big shock on in the Twitter sphere about who the referees are. Apparently, the whole officiating team between France and Morocco are all Argentinians. I don't know, but this tournament is going to be memorable for all the wrong reasons, and a lot of people are saying they're not going to watch it. But for me, it's the World Cup. It's once every 4 years. It's a spectacle I love to watch. But I'd like to ask the viewers, and I want your honest opinion. In the event, let's say France makes it to the final, would you be okay with Mbappe being a double champion over Messi? Because with the way things are lined up, it looks like this is going to be a France v Argentina part 2. I don't know, but maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. But please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care and God bless.